Chag Sameach, welcome to Jerusalem, to Gan Sacher, here in the heart of Israel's capital, where today Stand With Us and the Lone Soldier Center are partnering to celebrate Israel at 70. Today, 70 years ago, the state of Israel in its modern form was reborn with the Declaration of Independence. It hasn't been, before or after, the smoothest, but this is the story of a country making lemonade from lemons, going from nothing to something, with a vibrant future in front of it. We're here with Michael Dixon, CEO of Stand With Us in Israel, and Roz Rothstein, CEO of Stand With Us International, to welcome us to Israel's 70th birthday.
Hi Josh,
Hi,
nice
Michael.
to meet you.
Hi everybody, we are so delighted to be here on Israel's 70th birthday. Am Yisrael Chai.
Now, as we celebrate Israel's 70th birthday, it's impossible to do so without concentrating on those without whom it would be impossible. The IDF, the soldiers of the IDF who are defending Israel every day, every night, 24/7. And of course, out of those soldiers, we have people who were born and raised in the state of Israel, but we also have those who come to Israel from around the world to contribute through the Zionist vision to the building and protecting of the state of Israel. Many of these people come without parents, without family, without friends. Of course, they're never alone, but because they're coming without that basic nuclear family, they're known as Chayalim Bodedim, or lone soldiers. Now, don't take it from me. Let's take it from some people who are in uniform right now, because we have a couple of people.
Before we meet them, Josh, can I just say we're so thrilled that the Michael Levin Lone Soldiers Center is hosting us today here at this amazing. We've got a barbecue here on that they put on for all of the soldiers who've come here and serve us all year. So we wanted to come and join with the Michael Levin Lone Soldier Center and for our delegation of Stand With Us from all around the world to help serve the soldiers that serve us every single day of the year. So it's very special to be here. I hope you can hear us. It's a crazy atmosphere here. It's a party atmosphere. Rose has come all the way from our head office in Los Angeles.
I like what you just said. Help serve the soldiers that are serving us
right.
every day of the week.
That's right. And thank you all for what you do to support Israel from wherever you are all around the world. And don't forget to write in and tell us where you are tuning in from on Facebook today.
Where are you from?
We're loving being here in Jerusalem. We wish you could be with us. And we're grateful to the Michael... Come. And we're grateful to the Michael Levin Lone Soldier Center for hosting us today. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Roz and Michael. We look forward to further celebrations.
Now
For
we're
now,
going to replace ourselves with soldiers.
Yes.
so we'd like to bring in first, Faggy, please join. Welcome.
Hi.
Tell us, where are you from?
Originally from New Jersey. I live in Jerusalem now.
You live in Jerusalem now? Just be sure, because they're watching from thousands of miles away, different time zones. Let's keep our voices high. Faggy, what are you doing in the army? Tell me, why did you come to Israel, first of all? How did you become a lone soldier?
So I'm serving in the 41st Infantry Battalion. It's a mixed infantry unit, serving both men and women in combat positions. I came to Israel when I was 17. I came here originally for vacation to learn a little, and then I just started loving the country, and I realized like this is my place, this is my home, and I want to defend my home. I want to be a part of the IDF.
And correct me if I'm wrong, there are currently 4 units in the IDF that are full infantry units where you have both male and female soldiers serving together, and you're in one of those units. What is your unit's task? What are you doing all the time?
Okay, so there are more than 4 units with women that are combat units, but within the infantry, yeah, there are 4. I'm stationed in the northern part of the Jordanian border valley, so anything that has to do with the protection of the northern part of the Jordanian border valley is under my unit, which includes not only the border, of course, but all the yeshuvim where there are Jewish people living, Israelis living there, and the kfarim of Palestinians.
The village is right next door, absolutely.
Yeah.
And what is your connection to the Lone Soldier Center? Have you been involved with them before this wonderful barbecue?
Yeah, so when I decided to draft, when I decided I wanted to join the IDF, I knew nothing about anything, but I heard that the Lone Soldier Center, they help soldiers, so I went there and they gave me an advisor who really started me off on the path to join the army. And then now, like being in the army and coming home after a long, hard week on base, or sometimes 3 weeks on base, and it's just so nice to be able to go to the center, and it's just like a family. They're just, like I was just relax there, and they make Shabbat meals, and all the times when everyone's with their family, the Lone Soldier Center is my family.
Absolutely. That base of support is so important when encountering challenges. And even in the great experience of being a lone soldier, there are inevitably going to be challenges. Do you have any sort of goals in mind through your service? I know you're a year into the Army. Anything that you're looking to accomplish in the next couple of years?
Yes. Soon in July, I'm going to be going to Commander's Course. So that's my next goal. And then hopefully in the future, I want to go to officer school. But that's like a year down the line, and I hope that happens.
Well, I can sense the passion from here. So knowing that you're protecting Israel's borders, I feel safer. We all feel safer. And thank you so much for your service, and best of luck going forward.
My pleasure. Thank you.
It was a pleasure to meet you. Fegi, thank you so much. Fegi, now we've got Rafael. Rafael, good to see you.
Nice to see you.
How are you? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from in the world?
Hi, my name's Rafael. I'm originally from France, but I lived in the U.S. for about a decade. I went to high school and then university in the U.S.
Now, when I came here with this ridiculous, wonderful, stand with us shirt, stand with us glasses, stand with us kova.
I mean, I think they look great. I'm going to be honest.
Well, thank you so much. I was hoping you'd say that. You actually, your eyebrow went up. You knew something about Stand With Us. Do you have a connection?
Yeah, so actually when I was in college, I attended Northeastern University. And while I was in college, I was actually a Stand With Us fellow through the Emerson program, which was pretty great. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a fantastic program that really helped me understand my connection to Israel and understand how I could best advocate for Israel while I was in college.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I see on your tag, every Israel Defense Forces soldier has a beret and a tag. And on the tag is usually going to be a symbol of that particular unit. And on this tag, let's just show it to the camera, we have a symbol, a sword with an olive branch. Now for those at home, these are two values of the IDF, the two top values. On the one hand, security, which we need to keep Israel's civilians safe, especially in this very chaotic region of the Middle East. On the other hand, the sword is always wrapped in this olive branch, because the end goal at the end of the day is to live in peace and security and safety, always preferring diplomacy and peace to violence. Tell me, what unit is this tag associated with?
So I'm in the unit, it's called the Commanders of the Ground Forces.
Okay.
We're above all the infantry, special forces, basically anyone that walks or drives in a tank, we're in charge of them. And my specific unit, what we deal with is the Special Forces of Israel, and we coordinate their operations and their exercises with foreign military. So anytime a foreign military wants to come train here in Israel with our Special Forces, it goes through my office, and anytime Israeli Special Forces want to go abroad, either for operations or for exercises, it goes through my office as well.
It's fantastic. What has been a particularly rewarding experience during your time as a lone soldier in Israel?
So, for those of you who've been following the recent news in Israel, there was a giant exercise called Juniper Cobra, and that was my office that handled that exercise, that designed it, that brought it in here. And personally, I was able to work with about 1,000 U.S. Marines, help them come to Israel, help them train in counter-terror, help them train in urban warfare, basically help the U.S. military to become stronger, to better function. And for me, that was very rewarding, that I know that not only am I serving my people in Israel, but I'm also helping the American people, I'm helping the American military become better, and I'm promoting global democracy.
The ripple effect of Jewish self-determination in our ancient homeland has been so profound, to the point where this hasn't just been a blessing for Jewish self-empowerment and self-determination, but actually it's had a positive effect for countries and nations and societies around the world. And a lot of the work going into that, beyond our innovation, beyond our humanitarian aid, is the work of our brave IDF soldiers. Rafael, thank you so much for sharing a little bit of your story. We look forward to seeing all of your great work going forward, and best of luck, and thank you for your service.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. We'd like to, yes, absolutely. It's here at the Lone Soldier Center. I'd like to bring in the CEO of the Lone Soldier Center, Josh. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Josh.
Absolutely. Tell us in a nutshell, what is the Lone Soldier Center up to? What is our mission? What is your mission? What are you all about?
Lone soldiers don't have family here in Israel, so because it's a small country, soldiers go on leave every weekend, every other weekend, louder. So our job, we work our hardest to try, we can't replace a family, but we do everything we can to give them a sense of family on national holidays. We provide beds, houses to 140 lone soldiers, advising, counseling, everything the family does throughout the Army service. We try our best to substitute for the family. It's a hard thing to try to substitute for, but we try.
That's amazing. Now, the Lone Soldier Center is named in the memory of Michael Levin. Tell us a little bit about Michael and his story.
Michael was an American-born lone soldier from Philadelphia. His parents are here. His mom and dad, Mark and Harriet, come out every year from Israel's Memorial Day and for Independence Day today. And a group of us who were close friends with Mikey, after he was killed, we thought the best way to keep a spirit of giving, of helping, of caring for the Jews and for this land was to create something real that would look after all the lone soldiers. So we went ahead and created an amazing organization to look out for all the lone soldiers coming today.
Absolutely. Michael fell in the Second Lebanon War of 2006. I heard about his story. I was here in Israel for the first time on a youth group program, and I was so inspired, and a lot of my friends were. He was the source of a lot of passion for a lot of us that became Chayalim Bodedim, lone soldiers. And now, with this base of support, this foundation of all of these resources, not only were we inspired by his story, but we've actually gotten so much help, both past lone soldiers and current lone soldiers who are currently serving in the IDF from this center. Where are these soldiers from? Where in the world?
Every country that has a Jewish population tends to be young Jews who love Israel and want to come and want to fight and serve the greater good, make sure Israel stays safe. So over 52 countries around the world, from tiny communities to very big ones, send soldiers to do their part serving. And there's a few who come from inside of Israel as well who have difficult family situations.
I remember, in my platoon, we did push-ups in 8 languages, just for 40 people. So I completely hear what you're saying. Josh, thank you so much for the work that you do at the Lone Soldier Center, and we look forward to continuing to support. Thank you so much. We actually have with us today, we're honored to be with the father of Michael Levine, Zichrono Livracha, of blessed memory. Mark, thank you so much for joining. It's an honor and pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to be here, and the honor was mine, believe me.
Well, tell us a little bit about how this initiative started, taking Michael's experience, and for a loud voice for those back home, how did all of this magic start?
Every Shabbos, we'd speak to Michael before Shabbos, and we'd speak for about a half an hour, and invariably every week he would say to us, you know, I'm having this problem, Mom, Dad. I'm looking for a place to copy some forms, and I can't find one. And I said, well, just ask around, you'll find something. And the following week he would say, you know, it's the big football game today, and I'd love to watch it with some other lone soldiers, but I don't know where to go, and there's nobody around. And then the next week he would say, you know, I come home on Shabbos, and my refrigerator's empty, and I have to wash my clothes, and the stores are closed, and it's really a problem for me. And the next week it went on and on and on and on, week after week for almost a year. And finally, Michael had this, I guess the word is epiphany, and was able to connect the dots and had the realization that if he's having these types of problems and finding, you know, these kinds of difficult challenges as a lone soldier, that all lone soldiers must be having these types of problems. So we went to a dear friend of his named Siki Ode, who worked with lone soldiers, and said, Siki, he says, in 1 year, when I finish my service, he says, we are going to start a lone soldier center. And Siki said, what's that? And Michael laid it all out for him. So aside from being a passionate Zionist who wanted to move to Israel, defend the country, and make his life here, Michael was also a bit of a visionary. And here we are 12 years later, 12 years since the Second Lebanon War, in an organization that started in a small room with a couple of people.
We've got an Israeli flyover for the celebration of the 70th birthday.
And now, an organization that started with a couple of people has now grown. We have over 20 employees. We have 2 main offices in Jerusalem and Tel Aviv. We've got a staff of hundreds and hundreds of volunteers. And with over 7,000 lone soldiers in the IDF, we support more than half of them on a yearly basis.
It's been a remarkable transformation. I have to say, remember at home, it's not just about the lone soldiers who are defending Israel's borders from war and terror. It's also about the brave parents of those soldiers. And just like I drew a lot of strength from Michael when I was in college, and that propelled me into my service, just like it has for dozens and hundreds of people here, my parents drew a lot of strength from you and your wife. And that propelled them to start one of many lone soldier parent support groups in the United States for the parents of those who are serving here in Israel. Mark, thank you so much for joining. It's an honor and pleasure, and let's continue the work that you're doing. Kol hakavod, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're going to walk around, get a sense of what's going on here at the Lone Soldier Center Barbecue in Gan Sacher, supported by Stand With Us. How we doing, everyone?
Hello,
What's brought us here to Gan Sacher today?
We just want to contribute to the Canadian for the team. Celebrate Israel.
Celebrating Israel, I love it. Are you living in Israel? Are you visiting?
We're studying actually at a yeshiva, all of us. We're at Gush Etzion studying there.
And we're touring around Israel and we're just experiencing the culture.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It's not your first time in Israel?
It's been here before.
Second time? Third time? Whether it's your first or 101st, the more you come, the better. You're developing that connection and bringing more contacts back with you back home. So that's very, very important. Thank you so much for coming out. There's plenty more food.
Thank you.
Now, let's see.
Thanks so much.
We got kids and dogs.
People from Hong Kong. Guys, say hi to people from all over the world.
People all over the world.
You're live on TV. You're live on TV. Where are we from, everyone?
We're from Teaneck, New Jersey.
Teaneck, New Jersey, right across the bridge from New York.
Shared Massachusetts.
That's the map. What are we doing here in Israel?
We are serving.
You're in the IDF.
We are in
Where are you serving?
I'm in Nachal.
Nachal, what battalion are you in?
932.
I was at 931. Kol hakavod to you. What's your name?
Yoni Greenberg.
Have an amazing service, Yoni. And?
Ellie.
Ellie, pleasure to meet you. Where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey.
New Jersey. Right, Teaneck, of course. And where are you
Not
serving?
from Teaneck.
Not from Teaneck.
I'm a Colony. Okay.
Amazing. Okay, that's the unit with the dogs, right? Tell us a little bit. What is that like?
I take care of dogs.
Amazing. These aren't just any dogs. I have a very cute dog at home, but she's not serving in the IDF. The dogs that serve in the IDF are actually in the front lines, protecting soldiers and civilians.
Break for a flyover by F-35.
As you can tell, whether it's a plane in the air or a dog on the ground, we've got all of our bases covered. What's your name? Rafi, you're from Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Sox fan.
Sort of, yeah.
Sort of, kind of. What are you doing in the Army?
I'm in Givati.
Givati. Fantastic. Where are you based right now? What is your unit doing?
We're in training right now.
You're in training. That's down south in the desert, right?
Yeah, near Egypt.
You get used to the desert. You get
It's
used
true.
to
Every
everything.
time I come up, it's always a shock.
It makes
when
it
I
look
see
that
a
much
screen.
greener.
Honestly.
Don't take anything for granted. Fantastic. Have an amazing service. Keep up the great work
so much.
and enjoy the good food.
Thank you so much. Keep up the enthusiasm.
Good. How are we doing? What's your name?
I'm Brian.
Brian. Josh. Pleasure.
Pleasure too.
What brings you here to this barbecue today?
What brings me here? I'm a lone soldier.
You're a lone soldier. Where are you serving?
I serve in Golani.
Golani.
Yeah.
Which platoon? Which battalion?
I'm in 13.
13. Fantastic. I have some good friends who were in 13. My friend Max Steinberg, who was a lone soldier a few years ago of blessed memory, he fell in Operation Protective Edge. He was in the same battalion that Brian here is, and he was receiving support from the Lone Soldier Center. Have you been involved with the Lone Soldier? Oh, wait for the flyover. Has the Lone Soldier Center been instrumental in helping you with your service?
It has been one of the biggest foundation I've had for being in Israel myself. I even lived at the Arnona building, the Lone Soldier building in Arnona, and so really it's like my family. That is my family when I come back home.
Amazing. It just goes to show there may be Chayalim Bodedim, lone soldiers, but there's no such thing as a soldier who's alone. It's part of this family. Israel may be a small country, but precisely because of that, we support each other, especially those who are defending Israel's borders. Brian, thank you so much for sharing a little bit about your story. Good luck going forward. All right. Hello, Zahava. We've got Stand With Us Emersons. We've got Stand With Us high school intern graduates. We've got IDF soldiers. This is... a lot of fun, as you can tell. Thank you so much for joining us here from the barbecue, from Gan Sacher, from Jerusalem, sending love to all over the world, wherever you're from. Continue celebrating Israel's 70th birthday. Here's to the next 70. We'll see you soon. Woo!